Hi, this is Sky Nelson Isaacs, author of Living in Flow, The Science of Synchronicity and How Your Choices Shape Your World, and the creator of the Living in Flow course. I want to talk about an exercise that I do in the course that answers a question people have. And the question is this: how do I not keep experiencing the same experiences over and over? How do I not keep experiencing the same love relationship in my life over and over? How do I not keep experiencing the same thing at my job? I keep working for the same company, even though it's different companies each time. I keep marrying or being in a relationship with the same person, even though it's different every time. Somehow I seem to create the same problems, that my kids have the same challenges that I have, or that my parents have, or that I have the same challenges that with my parents that I have with my kids. Life is reflecting itself to us through the process that I call meaningful history selection. Through this process, our anticipated experiences weigh down the branches of possibility that hold our future outcomes, our future lives. It weighs down those branches so that the more meaningful ones, the ones that are aligned with the things we're anticipating, become more likely to happen. And so in this process, there is really a cycle that can unfold. We take an action in the world, and in doing so, we have some kind of hidden feeling. So when we're actually taking this action, we're anticipating an experience that may not be our ideal experience, because we've got some hidden processing going on. Like when I interact with my daughter and she's being late for school, and I say something that is intended to encourage her to be on time for school, but really it's coming from a place in me that's feeling like she's never going to be able to be on time for school, and I'm embarrassed about that or something. And then there is a tone in my voice, and the words I choose inflict some kind of reaction on her, or she has they elicit a reaction from her. And so I have a hidden feeling. Then I have an experience of an interaction with her, which creates a reaction in me. And so now I've raised the intensity of the situation. I've actually created a worse problem for myself than I started with. But here's the benefit. At this point, I have my own desire to heal the situation be activated. So now I am even more hurt by this process. I realize not only is she going to be late, but we're fighting. And I have a choice at this point. I can really dig in and say this is her fault and she's got to listen better, and then create another situation just like this. Or I can activate the part of me that really wants to heal both our argument and the fact that she's late and it triggers me. Because ultimately, when we're wounded by a situation, we get the part of ourselves that wants to heal gets activated. And so when the part of me that wants to heal is activated, it is anticipating experiences which will help me heal. That's the fundamental idea. Now that I'm anticipating experiences that will help me heal, maybe not consciously, I'm going to bring about more opportunities for the situation to show up, which seems like terrible news because those situations are probably her being late for school again, or her doing something later that involves the same type of reaction that I have to her. Or it could be with someone else. Maybe a situation comes up with someone else in which I have the same reaction to her. But here, the key point is that I've actually made it more likely that this situation would happen because I want to heal from this dynamic. So when you have a dynamic going on in your life that you want to heal from, you will be making it more likely that situations show up which put you in the dynamic. And then, if you've learned anything from the cycle, by listening to life and opening and reflecting on it and releasing your attachments, then you are more able to make a different choice. And if you make the same choice and you react the same way to your hidden feelings, you get back on the cycle and you create the same situation. It gets worse. And yet at some point you begin to understand the dynamic a little better because you're reflecting on it. And you're seeing what's happening. You're seeing, oh, this is happening with my daughter. This is happening with my son. This is happening with my parents. This is happening with my job. It's happening everywhere. I begin to see the dynamic. And then I begin to make different choices and I peel out of that cycle into a different direction. And I don't, when I have a hidden feeling and the experience happens again, I know the feeling, I recognize it. And rather than dive back into that reactively, I choose something different. Once I see the feeling and understand it, I don't need to perpetuate it. It's when I don't see it and it controls me that I keep in that cycle. So if you keep creating the same circumstances in your life, in a relationship or in a job situation or whatever it is, notice if there is a hidden feeling that's driving you to experience that and to react a certain way and constraining your actions, making you reactive and do something particular each time that's actually making the situation worse. Ultimately, I think synchronicities are showing up in our life in order to lead us through flow to experiences that heal us and help us grow, get to the better versions of ourselves in our lives. So I hope you found this helpful. Please check out the course, the Living in Flow course, at youthrivehere.com/livinginflow. And I hope I can be of service to you. Thank you.